So you all know that I live in the South. I live in North Carolina, but I'm originally from Boston. And every year when I used to visit my friends in the South, I had some friends that lived in Nashville, Tennessee, I would get there and they would always have this wonderful jar of tea in the refrigerator, sweet tea and unsweet tea. Now, if you're from the South, you've grown up drinking sweet tea, and you all know what that means. That means icky sweet tea that will hurt your teeth almost when you drink it, and it's delicious, but it's really fattening, right? All that sugar. So when I make tea, I make it unsweet, and I know it's probably my northern influence, but that's okay. Because I always tell my husband, just put in as much sugar as you want by the glassful, and that way he's counting the sugar, and I think that that's a little bit better. But neither here nor there, I'm not going to try and change anybody's tradition. But if you're watching this, it's likely you're not from the South, and you're thinking, oh, when I was visiting, I had wonderful tea. How in the world do they make it so good? Now, up north, they use something called Nest tea or something. It's this instant mix that you put in a tea, and it's gross. And that's what I grew up drinking when I wanted tea. So I'm here today to help all you people out that are looking for that really nice tea that you get in the South. And I'm going to show you some tricks and some secrets. So what we start with, if you live in the South, they sell these what's called family-sized tea bags, and I have some of those in my jar. But I've also learned that they mix in some places some English breakfast tea, which gives this a really good flavor. So you have that regular tea that you get from the South, and then I put in a couple of regular or what we would call English tea bags from up north. So I've got 2 family size and 2 regular sized tea bags. Now you notice this blue thing on my jar. I was trying to cover it with my hands, but I'm going to show you what I do. I tape the little tags from the tea bags onto the jar, and that way I don't have to fish all of them out, because we're only going to let this steep for 3 minutes. The secret is do not squeeze the tea bags, or your tea will be bitter. And I learned that from my friend who lived in Nashville, Christine. So I'm going to go ahead and behind me I have a pot that has just finished boiling water. And because I'm using a mason jar and it's room temperature, not cold, I'm going to be able to pour that boiling water into my mason jar. I'm going to do that over the sink. I'm not going to show you that part. It's messy, it's quick. I can't handle the camera and boiled water at the same time. So I'm going to do that. But what I want to talk about is what I'm going to do next. Because as soon as that mason jar is able for me to handle it, I'm going to plunge it into a bowl that has cold water in it. That is going to start making the tea chill. But I'm not going to stop there. I'm going to move it from that bowl into a bowl that has been filled with ice and water. And I'm going to bring it to temp as quick as possible before I put it in the refrigerator. And that's the secret. So the tea does not get bitter. You're able to cool it, chill it, and then get it into the refrigerator sooner, so it's not sitting there getting bitter, because the longer the tea sits hot, the more bitter it's going to be. All right, I make tea for my husband almost every week. Some of you know I make some flavored teas for him, but this week he's gonna have plain sweet tea. Well, he'll have unsweet, and he can add his sweet into it. So I'll be back to take some photos of what things look like as they go, but thanks for watching, for the love of food, and we'll have our final product, a picture of that also on the website.